A little emotional. I want to cry tears of joy. These three, man, what they did for my childhood, like, should not be understated. Like, for the University of Georgia, what they did in the NFL, and you see kind of the age too, man. Like, just injuries, and man, it's just crazy. Like, by the age of 30, like, each of these guys, before the age of 30s, these guys stopped playing football due to, of course, various injuries. Now, just breaking down each three. Todd Gurley, I will say this. Todd Gurley was knee arthritis away from being a top five running back if we're talking just NFL of all time. I don't care what anybody says. Todd Gurley was special, dynamic. Before we had Saquon, before we had Derrick Henry, Todd Gurley was dominating at Georgia and in the NFL with the Rams Offensive Player of the Year, nearly became a Super Bowl champion. He was kind of the one that kind of set the standard too for the running back contract. He got the first biggest like running back contract in NFL history, became the highest paid running back in NFL history when you see multiple backs get that. Todd Gurley, 4 years, $60 million. But then he was having a great year. I think it was in 2018, but started, having knee issues again and, retired, stopped playing before the age of 30. Sony Michel, dude, what Sony Michel and Nick Chubb did in that game versus Oklahoma, like the Georgia shootout, right? The shootout versus Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl, Heisman, Baker Mayfield. And look, Nick Chubb was great that game too. Nick Chubb had like 3 touchdowns, but like Sony Michel had the game of his life in that game. I just remember the call. Chris Ballard gets a block. Sony Michel will take the Georgia Bulldogs home to the championship game. Like, I vividly remember that. 74 yards to the end zone where he juked everybody out their shoes, bounced back from a game, potential, fumble, and had that rushing touchdown. Sonny Michel, one of the best athletes. And again, when you talk about the conversation, who has the best athletes, I still wholeheartedly believe it's Florida. Sonny Michel is one of those Florida boys as well. Orlando, by the way, one of the best athletes to come out of Florida, co-signed by Christian McCaffrey. Like, what he was doing at age 14, bro. Sony Michel was different at Georgia. And the man, look, he only played 5 years in the league, won 2 Super Bowls, one with the New England Patriots as their leading rusher, and then won one with the Rams with Matthew Stafford. And then Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb, you talk about low center of gravity, probably one of, if not the best tackle breaking backs of all time. The man came back from a devastating knee injury, 2 of them, in fact. But the first one he came back, he was going to win the Heisman. By the way, look, Derrick Henry won the Heisman in 2015. If Nick Chubb didn't get hurt in that Tennessee game on the first play, he was winning the Heisman that year. Nick Chubb was the easy favorite, right? He comes back, looks like himself again, finished second all-time in SEC history in rushing with over 4,300,